bring it here. I want to show it on my video.
This is for Kai. You can put ketchup in the holes if you want. Your burger's by the wall. I'm gonna have a half one.
Aloha ahi ahi. While we're waiting for everyone to get in and get comfy, it's a great time to grab yourself anything that you need to get situated, whether it's a blankie, a glass of water, or a hot cup of tea. Also, I am going to smudge, and if you have items at home to smudge, please do feel free to join me. Otherwise, I will send you some positivity your way. Aloha, everyone. Sending you positive thoughts of healing and renewal. And I hope that you are able to have some rest tonight, and that you can sleep well with peaceful dreams. My name is Malia, and I am a community healer at the HIR Wellness Institute. We are a nonprofit organization that focuses on the mental health and wellness of our relatives of Turtle Island, as well as other Indigenous and underserved communities and victims of crime. You can join me every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., 2:30 p.m., and 8 p.m. And we will always take time to breathe, stretch, honor our resilience, our ancestry, our cultural traditions. And it's always a time for you, a safe space for you to be able to comment, share any of your insights, any questions that you may have, or even if you want to share any of your family teachings or ancestral wisdom or traditions. Because you never know if others out there are listening, and it may be just what they need to hear. Right now, we are so fortunate to have our HIR Wellness Institute board president, Barbara Blackdeer McKenzie. Aloha, Barbara. How you doing, Barbara? How you doing? Also, Xavier, is that you? We have our moderator. I believe it is Xavier, but before I say for certain, once I know who our moderator is, I think it is Xavier. Also, aloha, Heather, one of our relatives out there. And to everybody that is here, but I am not necessarily seeing your name pop up for whatever technical reason that is, I want you to know that you are absolutely welcome to be here, and I'm so happy that you're here with us tonight. Before we get started and breathe, I wanted to show you this because this is what we're having for dinner. Woo! Check that out. It's 2 pretzels buttered with a beautiful burger patty in it. I just had to show you because And my partner, he put cottage cheese on his. I don't know. I'm sure it's probably good. Yeah, you're good, Barbara. Oh, our founder and also our Our CEO, Leah Denny, is here tonight as well. Aloha, Leah. So glad you are here with us. I absolutely enjoy these videos so much. We get the opportunity to talk about things that people don't often necessarily think of as wellness. Healing looks a lot of different ways. Healing looks like sometimes going to a physician or a doctor. Sometimes it means talking to a counselor. And other times healing can be taking some deep breaths. It can be honoring our ancestry. Our founder, Leah Denny, has created this term and developed what we call community activated medicine, otherwise known as CAM. And what that means is people are the medicine. And that means we have the healing abilities within ourselves. You have the medicine right here. Right here. And that's one of the many ways that we can look at healing. Leah's sending us all good energy. Of course you are, Leah. Of course you are. So, Claudia too, our HIR Wellness Institute, occupational therapist. I thought I saw you pop up, Claudia. Maybe I was incorrect. Oh, there you are. And for all of those of you out there, relatives, I hope you're doing okay. And for those of you out there who aren't feeling so great, if you're not okay, I want you to know that it's okay not to be okay. But I encourage you, if you're feeling down, or if your mind is racing, or you're feeling anxious, to reach out to someone you can lean on, whether that be a loved one, or a family member, or someone you trust. And you can also call our CARES Warm Line. Our CARES Warm Line you can call or text. It's open from Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and we will get back to you within 24 hours. And the CARES Warm Line is an excellent resource for you to be able to speak to our CARES counselors. I know all of them personally. They're all amazing people. All of our HIR Wellness Ohana is our purpose is to help you, is to help with your mental health, your wellness, and your healing. So when you call that CARES Warm Line and we get back to you, we can listen to you, we can hold space for you, and we can also connect you to resources that may be helpful for you. So please, if you need to lean on someone, do feel free to contact us. Aloha Winona, I see you there too. I hope you are doing well. I'm going to turn my music down just a little bit. So every time we meet, we smudge, we talk a little bit, and then we breathe. We're always taught, take a breather, relax, take a breath. And being taught that, I was always like, okay, well, I know deep breathing is good for me. But not until we've been doing these live posts and I consistently deep breathe, sometimes 3-4 times a day with all of our relatives here together on these posts, have I really come to truly understand how impactful deep breathing is and how simple it is. It helps me to calm my mind. Whenever my mind is racing or I'm just feeling anxious or whatever negative feelings that can be going through one's mind at any given time, once I recognize that that's happening, I start to breathe. And I really, truly feel I relax quicker. My heart rate and my breath starts to slow and ease. And I've even found that my sleep is much better. Deep breathing, guys. Okay, so I always start with my feet flat on the floor and my hands gently in my lap, but you can do whatever makes you feel comfortable. I also close my eyes. That's optional as well. So when I close my eyes, I'm going to take a deep inhale through my nose for a count of 4, and I'm going to exhale through my mouth for a count of 6. And When you're breathing, I invite you to go ahead and sort of do an internal scan of your body as you deep breathe. And if you find areas like in your shoulders or maybe your head or your back where you're feeling tension or pain, as you inhale, allow that energy to move to those areas. And as you exhale, you can release some of that with your breath. All right, here we go. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. Let's take 2 more deep inhales through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Let's do one last deep breath. As we move into our stretch, you can continue to deep breathe. These are all guidelines and not rules, so you can stretch however you feel that your body needs. If you choose to shoulder roll, you can do both shoulders or one at a time. This movement always makes me laugh when I look at it because I look like I have so much attitude or something. Deep inhale. And exhale as we reach the arm out. Bring one arm across. You can roll out your wrist. This is stretching our upper shoulder and our upper back. Deep inhale. And exhale, bringing that arm across, rolling out the wrist. Deep inhale. As we bring the arm out gently in front of us, pulling down on the fingertips, straightening that arm, stretching the forearm and wrist. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can just continue to roll your wrist. Deep inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and clasp those fingertips together as we push the palm out, reaching up towards the ceiling. Feels so good. And at your own pace and your own tempo, your own reach, you can just reach from side to side. Gently bringing one arm down, we're going to push down on that elbow with our opposite hand, stretching the triceps here. And the other side. And pushing down gently on that elbow. All right, let's go ahead and stretch our necks from side to center, side to center, side to center. And let's go ahead and tap our ears to our shoulders. And then rolling the chin from shoulder to shoulder. And one final stretch, looking down to our lap and gently upwards. Feels so good in here. I love that. My favorite stretch. And one more. Whew. How you feeling, relatives? Did that feel good? Sharon, glad you're joining us too. Every time we meet, I always let you know about my cultural teachings in regard to the moon. The Keala Okamahina, or the Hawaiian lunar calendar, Hawaiians believe that there is one moon for every day, so we have 30 moons in the month. And today is a really special moon according to our cultural teachings. We are in the moon of Hoku. And what does that mean? It means that is a fantastic evening or day for planting or fishing. And this is one of many full moons. There's actually 4 full moons every month. They go consecutively. And tomorrow is an amazing day for planting and fishing, as is the next day. So for those of you who are gardeners or fishermen, go for it. The flower seeds, the root vegetables, the corn. Now we're in Wisconsin, so we know it's supposedly it's gonna freeze tonight. or tomorrow. But we can always do our seedlings indoors, so start your seeds inside if you want to plant tomorrow. And for those of you who are not fishermen and you're not gardeners, if you want to maybe try and see how you can integrate these cultural teachings into your lifestyle and into your day. And we talked about this a lot on our 2:30 video, is we can think about the seeds that may be dormant within us. So if you have dreams, goals, things that you've been putting off, projects, or things that you've been striving to do, but you just didn't feel like the time was right, maybe you might feel like that time is right for you now. To give a foundation, to give some energy, to sow those ideas, to nourish those ideas, whether they be thoughts in the heart, the mind, or the spirit. As a native Hawaiian and a practitioner of hula, we were always taught that what we see in the environment is true for us. It holds truth for us. And so we look to the moon, and we look to the stars, and we look to what nature is telling us. So if it's proper to plant seeds right now, it doesn't matter whether it's on the physical plane, or the spiritual plane, or in the heart, in the mind. If anyone cares to share, remember this is a safe place for you to comment, ask questions, things that are on your mind. If we have some new viewers out there, you just have to like and follow the page in order to comment. It takes about, I think, 10 minutes or so. And we just do that for security purposes. So if you're trying to comment and nothing's happening, then make sure to like and follow the page. Normally I share my teas, but I did not have tea. I just, like I said, I got the pretzel burger. And this is not a pretzel bun either. This is like a pretzel. We need to get some groceries, but my partner did a good job of putting it together, considering. Our board president, Barbara Blackdeer McKenzie, says, I'm excited because tomorrow I get some of our tribe's corn seed for planting. Woo! That is awesome. Yes, Barbara, that is so cool. Barbara, is that like the traditional seeds? Is it like the 5-row corn? I think it is, like a white corn. Please feel free to share if you can answer. I actually had a friend who dropped some wild rice seeds off at my front porch today, and she got them from a tribe at Standing Rock, and they gave her some seeds, and she gave them to me. So tomorrow we'll be able to look at these seeds together, and I'm super excited. So yes, and if you care to share anything about that at all, feel free to share, guys. Barbara says it's an ancestral corn. So cool, Barbara. I hope to see it one day. You'll have to post pictures so we can see it. Alright guys, before we go, there are a few things I want to do tonight. I do want to share some positive affirmations. I find it's just a great way to incite some inspiration and some peace before we turn in for the night. I found some cool ones, and totally honestly, if I don't find my affirmations in books, I just Google it, and you can find lots of really positive things out there to just give you a sense of relaxation and some positive reflection. Barbara says, I suppose people might recognize it as Indian corn or decorative corn. Okay, so it's the pretty multicolored one. That's cool. Aloha, Avery. I see you too. Okay, so let me read some affirmations for you. And these, I believe, are anonymous. I'm just going to pull them up here. Okay. Now this first quote I'm going to read is very much in line with if you are ready. If you are ready. According to the Hawaiian lunar calendar, today, tomorrow, the next day are fantastic days to start to germinate those thoughts, dreams, goals, things you want to pursue. So this kind of pertains to that. Winona says, I've had a long day. This is helping me to bring down some of my stress before I go to bed. Winona, much love and aloha to you. I hope it does. That's what we're here for. I hope it does help you. It helps me a lot. You guys help me a lot. It's that community activated medicine. We need each other. We're a village. Or in this case, a big virtual village. But we do. We need each other. Yeah. Okay, so back to this quote. I have the ability to accomplish any task I set my mind to with comfort and ease. What are your thoughts on that one? You like that one, Claudia? Small steps, right? Big goal. We just got to start with the first step. I always think about that with our wellness. When I'm my own self-care, and for caregivers, Winona, I think you are a caregiver too, right? Many of us are. Avery, I think you are. As caregivers, we're so passionate about helping others that sometimes we forget about ourselves, and we need that. We need it because we need to be strong for ourselves, and we need to be strong if we're helping others. So how do we get strong? Self-care, right? Leaning on others, being able to ask for help when we need it. Okay, so here's another affirmation. Being myself involves no risks. It's my ultimate truth, and I live fearlessly. It's so freeing to be ourselves, but it can be scary if we're not used to it. I think back, I'm a grown-up now, but I think back to when I was in grade school and elementary school, high school, even college, and I was so afraid to just be me. And I feel like now as a grown woman, being able to come into who I am, it takes away so much stress and worry just to be able to just embrace. So I'm going to read that quote again one more time. Being myself involves no risks. It's my ultimate truth, and I live fearlessly. Claudia, our occupational therapist, says small steps. Yes, the small adds up to getting it all accomplished. Yeah. One step at a time, right? One step at a time. Sometimes it's 1 minute at a time. Not even 1 hour, it's 1 minute. Or one need at a time, right? We can be kind to ourselves. Small steps. Okay, here's another one. Let me see if I have a good one. Here's a good one. I am a divine creation, a piece of God. How can I be undeserving? Like one of my elders always says, we're all snowflakes. There has always been snowflakes. There will be more snowflakes, but no matter what, there has never been the same snowflake. They're all beautiful. They're all unique. And they all have a space in this place that we call the universe. Okay, let me do one more. One more. I really like positive affirmations. They're my new favorite thing. Okay. There's a lot of really good ones. Oh, here's a good one. I am open and willing to attract all that I desire, beginning here and now. I am open and willing to attract all that I desire, beginning here and now. And that's perfect in regard to the moon phases that we were talking about. If you want to share, if anyone out there wants to share, please feel free to share any of those seeds that you're planting, whether here or in here or out there or outside. Tomorrow, I am going to be starting seedlings of rice, and I don't know what that involves. Pardon my ignorance to all our Turtle Island relatives out there. Please do give me some insight. Does wild rice need to be in water? Like grow in water? But I also have a raspberry bush, 2 of them, and I hear they spread quite easily, so and I have a couple other things. I'm not sure what she gave me yet. I wasn't able to look through it completely, but milkweed pods. I was given milkweed. Do you remember milkweed? Maybe you're lucky enough to still have it near you. I grew up in southeastern Wisconsin much of my life, and I'm here still in southeastern Wisconsin. And I remember as a kid, milkweed was everywhere. Everywhere. And you remember the pods, you could peel them open and all the little seeds fly out like little parachutes. And now I don't see milkweed very much. So I feel so fortunate to have some milkweed to plant. I know that's what the monarch butterfly is like. Yeah. And maybe some of you folks out there are like, I still have milkweed everywhere. My mom's backyard used to have she has a lot of, like, a meadow in the back. And there used to be cattails back there and milkweed and the wild strawberries and all that. No. Just doesn't look like that anymore. So I'm so happy for that. All right, relatives, before we go, let's take a moment to do some deep breathing. And while you breathe, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on, Heather, you have tons of milkweed? That's awesome. Sorry, side note. We'll take a moment to reflect on any positivity that you have for yourself, gratitude, perhaps even take a moment to breathe and begin to allow those seeds out here to germinate. Just allow it to grow. Allow it to burst forth. And we can continue to nourish those thoughts, whether you do that in a diary, you can write things out, whether you just think about those things or take one step every day to continue to nourish those seeds. We're going to take 5 deep breaths. My feet are on the floor, my hands are in my lap, and I'm going to inhale through the nose. And exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. 3 more. Aloha Jamie, our Community Engagement and Indigenous Affairs Director, is here too. Two more deep breaths. last one. Some final comments. Claudia says, okay, oh, Barbara says something too. Barbara, milkweed equals mahinch. Mahinch? Thank you, Barbara. I think that the Turtle Island languages are so beautiful. I feel silly when I try and say the words, though. Hawaiian I have no problem with, but mahinch. Milkweed. Mahalo for that, Barbara. Claudia Meyer-Smith, our occupational therapist, says, put your raspberries somewhere where you won't mind them spreading, or you can contain them by putting in a barrier. Thank you, Claudia, for that pointer. I better do some research before we lay down those raspberries. My partner was mentioning that too. Barbara says the pods are used in soups. Cool. They're edible, hey? Aw, thank you for sharing. That is... Now I have to research milkweed. I hope all our relatives, all of you out there, have a safe and peaceful evening. Remember, if you need someone to talk to, reach out to a loved one or someone you trust. And you can also call our Cares Warm line. Last thing I want to ask before we go, we do have a community survey that's completely anonymous. It's linked here on our video. It's very, very brief. It only asks a few questions. But when you fill out that survey, it really helps us to understand how to best serve you. So please do take a moment, because our purpose here at the HIR Wellness Institute is you, your wellness, your mental health. We do that our Indigenous way. We do that through community activated medicine. We do it a lot of ways. So mahalo nui, thank you so much for joining me tonight, for joining all of us. Malama pono I kokino, take good care of your body. Aloha nui, much love to you, and you, and you, and you. And ahui ho akuno, I'll see you all later. Take care. Good night.